It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at this team's towering tight end. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. We're just moments away from the action.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down. They're all set to punt this one away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his fourth NFL campaign.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he's up past the 35. He's got a first down. He's putting down at the 37.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now, faking the give. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 13 yards on that pass play. That's enough for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second? Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues. They'll stay on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field, and he'll take it on in.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point is good. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Going for it all. He's got it! And he'll be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Got a man left side. It's caught. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It is picked up by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. It'll pick up a 1st down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll throw out of the gun. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It is 3rd and 10. Throw on the run is complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air again on 2nd and nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense That can't be overstated.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And his guys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining as they get it right at the 30-second mark. In trouble, and down he goes. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 9. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing,
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. We'll go with a draw play here on second down. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now a give on the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Back to throw. Now he'll run it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And now here comes the punt team as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Third and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Off he goes.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try the right side this time. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's that man again. Another catch.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. That'll be intercepted. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. He's going to tuck it and go.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On fourth down, out comes the punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Has an opening, past the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. And he will score! Game on! Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which